and welcome. Today we are going to learn how to use Google's indexing API in Airtable to index your site. The indexing API allows you to notify Google when pages are updated, added, or removed, and prompts Google to recrawl specific pages on your web page. So today we are going to use the Data Fetcher extension for Airtable, and we're going to achieve this without any code. So you will need to have access to Google Search Console for the website that you wish to index. So once you've set this up for yourself, you can head back over to your Airtable base, and this is where we're going to begin. Just before we get started, it's really important to note that Google's current recommendation is to only use the indexing API with job posting or broadcast event embedded in a video object. However, you can check out this post by Rank Math to see which other types of pages will also work. Now that we have that aside, we're going to go ahead and create our URLs table. So in order to do this, we're going to double click on table 1 and retitle this to URLs, like so. Then in the first field, we're going to retitle this as URL, and from the drop-down menu, we're going to search for URL. Then select save, nice and simple. After we've done this, you can then copy and paste the list of URLs that you want to ask Google to index, either because they have new content or because they're entirely new pages, like so. I'll open that up so you can see those in there, and then we're going to create another field next to this. So click on that plus symbol. Then for this field, we're going to title this as indexed with the type box as checkbox just here. Select create field. And now we are going to create a new Airtable view. So just over to the left-hand side, you'll see this grid. Select the plus button, and here we're going to retitle this as needs indexing. Like so, select create new view, and we will be brought into that new view. You can tell because this is now highlighted. So here we're going to filter some conditions. So up in this menu bar, you'll see filter, and we're going to click on the add condition button. And we want for this to read where URL is not empty from that drop down menu. And then you want to select add condition again, and indexed is, and then leave this checkbox unchecked like so. Now you can see that this has worked because this is now highlighted in green, so we know those conditions have now been applied. Now it's time to install Data Fetcher. So up here in the top right hand corner, we have the extensions button. Select that, click on the add an extension button, and then this will load where you have a search bar up in the top right hand corner. Search for Data Fetcher, and that should appear immediately like so. Select the add button and select add extension. We'll arrive to the following screen where you can either create a free Data Fetcher account or you can simply continue with Google. Now it's time to import our data. So click on the create your first request button and the following screen will load. From this drop-down menu, we want to select Google Indexing, and for connection, you can select the new button and you will be prompted to choose your Google account. Data Fetcher will then ask for the additional access to your Google account so that it can fetch your data. Select the Continue button to give Data Fetcher permission, and for the endpoint, we're going to select Notify Google that a page has been added, updated, or removed. Once you've done this, we can select Save and Continue in the bottom right-hand corner, and then the following screen will load. We do need to give this a title, so here where it reads Request 1, we're going to retitle this as Fetch Google Notifications, like so. Then for the URL, we're going to go all the way over to the right-hand corner where we have this plus symbol. Click on that, and for the table, it will automatically be selected to that table name, so we have URLs. And for the field, we are going to select URL again, and this will then appear. We want for the run for every record in view to be the needs indexing grid view that we have just created, and we're going to select confirm here. Now you will see the information in this box changes to the following. For the type, we're going to select URL added or updated from that drop down menu. And the output table and view should be URLs and needs indexing. This should be automatic though, so don't worry too much about this. You're going to scroll down now to the advanced settings, and we're going to look for the add fixed value setting. So keep scrolling all the way down until you find that. Here for the field, we're going to select indexed, and then for the value, we do want to check that box. Once you've done this, we can select save and run in the bottom right hand corner. Select continue, and the following screen will load. This is the response field mapping screen, and this is where you can decide which fields you would like to have imported into your Airtable base. So here we have these little green toggles that you can turn to gray to switch them off like so, but we can also select the filter all button to turn them all off, and then we can decide which of these fields we'd like to have included in our Airtable. So we're going to select latest update notify time, and we'll turn that toggle from gray to green to turn it on. And we are going to map it to a new field, and this field automatically takes that title name. We're going to leave it like so. Then we're going to select save and run in the bottom right hand corner. As you can see, this field is now being created, and we can select show output table. You'll arrive back to the following screen, so we need to change our grid view back to that first grid view to see what has happened here. Here we now have the information that it has been indexed and the date and time as well. Now you can index a page again by unchecking this index box that you have here under indexed and rerunning the request. And this is amazing, but we would still currently need to manually run the request to get these updates. However, by using Datafetch's scheduling feature, we can automatically check for content updates and have this information updating in our Airtable without us having to do a thing. So in order to do this, we want to select the extensions button here in the top right hand corner, and this will immediately prompt Datafetcher to open again, and we can see that fetch Google notifications request that we have already created. If we open this, you can see all of the settings that have been inputted earlier. Now here you will have a schedule option. Now this will only appear like this if you have already upgraded to a paid Datafetcher account. So if you haven't yet done that, I really recommend that you do, because it will allow you to run all of your requests automatically at intervals to keep your records updated. So once you have upgraded to a paid Datafetcher account, you can come back here and you will now see this schedule option like so. Then all you have to do is either connect it to your Airtable account, or simply switch this toggle on from gray to green again, and here you can see that turns on your scheduling tool. Now you can decide how frequently you would like for this request to run, and even on which dates. Then we'll select save in the bottom right hand corner and close that window over. So hopefully today you have learned how to use Google's indexing API in Airtable to index your site. But if you do have any questions, you can always reach out to us here at datafetcher.com, where we also have this full-length blog on this exact topic if you prefer to learn that way as well. Thank you so much for taking the time to learn today. I really hope you have a good one.